So I wanted to tell you about a recent trip that we took while we were visiting relatives in Germany to the city of Kassel. When we visit our relatives in Germany, they live just outside of the city of Göttingen, and we stay with them in a little village. And we had a day trip only for a few hours. So unfortunately, we didn't get to explore as much as we wanted from Göttingen to Kassel. It's about an hour and a half by train. Um, Kassel is a really interesting city. It was largely destroyed during World War II, as it was an important industrial center. Um, and much of it was not reconstructed. So a lot of this area here doesn't have any particular character or any of the really charming half timber buildings that you typically see in Germany. But there are a couple of really beautiful places that remain standing, left over from the days when kings and emperors lived there. I apologize for my German pronunciation, though I visit Germany frequently. My German is about intermediate mid, and my pronunciation, I tend to pronounce everything with a Russian accent. So a couple of places we visited in one trip to Kassel. We went to Karlsruhe. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, so please forgive me. We can go to see photos of this place. It's, as you can see, it's got some really beautiful scenery, including some lovely statues, all these beautiful alleys to walk around, um, some ponds, some lovely gardens built into this wall here. We didn't see any of the fireworks. It would have been nice to have been there at that time. So Karlsruhe is very, very beautiful. Here you can get a bit of a panoramic view. Um, Also here of some of the older buildings on the property. So at one point, this was obviously a really lovely place. It still is lovely, but you can tell that Kassel must have been quite important. One thing that really impressed me was Bergpark Wilhelmshöhe, also built in the late 17th century. It was constructed over a period of 150 years, and here the royal family lived. And it's also really just amazingly beautiful. There are some interesting sites that are built in. There's even a fake Roman ruin that was built in. There's a massive fountain. This here is the Hercules fountain, and on certain days in the summer, they turn the fountains on, but most of the time it's kept off now. But it's quite a lovely place. We didn't have enough time. We wanted to hike all the way to the top. It's quite a long hike. Here is a view from the top of the Hercules monument down into the city of Kassel itself. This castle-like building that was on the property. This was one of my favorite places, just this bridge across the river that runs through. Here is the fake Roman ruin with some beautiful lighting. Another view of the Hercules monument and some of the sculptures on it. So it's just really an amazingly beautiful place, and I would really recommend a visit.